Welcome to the Como's Manor. So guys, I am starting a new series about making my house into a home. We've been living in this house for just hitting 4 years. We're just hitting 4 years. And finally, things are starting to make sense. In a sense of flow, in a sense of placement, feel, what feels cozy, what feels homey, and just bits and pieces of picking out things and pictures and furniture that really gives that comforting feel while still making it our type of aesthetic. So I want to take you along the journey. So today's first episode is me working on my side room, which initially was supposed to be a dining room. And because I live in an older house, a dining room, a front room is your typical area to put this big piece of table and chairs for hosting and things. But I wanted to make it kind of a sitting area slash play area for my son. I wanted it to be cozy and more seating area because my house is kind of small in the way it's shaped. So I felt like if I had more people, I have more seating options and more seating areas for them to come and enjoy and chat. So that is what we're working on. This is the part one of that because we still have a lot to do, from curtains to changing the light fixture to painting. We plan on painting the whole house because it is a millennial gray. We got the home in millennial gray, but I didn't want to rush into painting it and not liking it at the end because paint costs too much and the house is kind of too big and too small, but it's a lot of cricks and corners and all of that to not be very confident in our paint choice. So now we have a final paint choice that will be the last to do, but I didn't want to wait till we paint. I kind of wanted things to be in place so I can be concrete on the choice we made for each room. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be telling y'all what we walked through, what we got. A lot of the pieces, I'm not gonna lie, this room have been using it as a storage room. We've put gym equipment there. If you watch my vlogs, you see it, just a bunch of stuff in a buffet. I got this buffet and I love it, and I was like, I really need to have it. I actually use it as storage for like my son's drawings and paint stuff and crayons and things like that when he wants to use his desk and he want to doodle, but still making it, you know, unison with how the place is coming. So a little backstory. I've been planning this room for a while in my head. I've never actually laid it out on Canva or Pinterest, but I already had an idea how I wanted to do this room. So I'm not gonna lie, it just randomly started flowing when I started finding the pieces. From the lamp, I already had the carpet, and then I went hunting for the chair, something small but still big enough for the room because it is smaller than my living room, and just still create an area for my son and his cars and trains and just getting toys that he actually like, and just still make the room functional. We're working with a small space, so I want to really optimize still feeling big even though we put stuff in there. So I opt out for a coffee table. We're not putting a coffee table because it's not a living room. I opt out for that, so that's where the buffet comes in. Gives an open space so when my son wants to pull out his toys out of his basket, he can play on the floor, he can play on the carpet, but still we can make it very neat and clean, as you guys can see. And his own little corner, he does play with his trains and everything in that corner. And on that couch, we read a lot on there. I love it because there's no TV in that room, so he can actually like really focus on what we're doing, and it just worked out so great. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try to list similar things of what's in the room down below, both on my LTK and my Benable. Make sure you're following me on Benable, okay? I have a lot of links to update. And yeah, let's get started. As you can see, I really have been using this side room to store my gym equipment and just everything everywhere with my son's little toy section. So we have to clear it out so we can start with a smooth canvas. This particular day, I did pick up this couch. It's a 2 small love seat cedar, I think, and I just felt like it would fit for the space, especially that we're dealing with a small space. I had my husband clear out the toy section and sweep up for me. This was a carpet I was using for the fall and winter, and I realized I didn't really like it in the living room, so I saved it for this room since it would fit better in the smaller space. So I was just trying to figure out what direction I wanted. I thought the way it was laid out, as you can see, the couch in front of the window would be how I want to position it. Then I realized that's not really working for me. So I decided to switch the buffet and the couch and make the carpet long ways in order to fit the center of the room rather than how you see me positioned at first. So now that we decided that, me and my husband, we've moved the couch under the painting, and now we're moving the buffet in front of the window. Excuse the hair, but this is like raw. Let me take the content while we're doing this. So as you can see, we're just in it, just laying it out, working with what we have so far. So the next day, as you can see, I look completely different. I decided to go into my little closet and get some pillows I haven't been using, since I'm going to use a lot of browns and creams in this room to really make it as cozy as possible. So I'm just trying to figure out what really works for the area. Everything that you see here is just me trying to figure out the layout of the room, but so far this is the best I come up with, since we still have to paint, we still have to hang up the curtains, and we have a light fixture to add. But so far this is what we came up with for the first go around. If you guys have any suggestions for me to add to this room to make it as more cozier than ever, please leave it down below. But the next episode for sure, you're going to see how we're going to curate this room to be even more cozy than it looks as of right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. I've been wanting to do this for the longest. I've been really in my bag when it comes to decorating my house, and I feel like I finally landed a groove for what I want, how I want it. And there's so many projects that's coming up that we've been doing behind the scenes, but I want to make sure you guys come along. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We're not just posting vlogs here. We're going to be very multifaceted on this channel, and this is one of the things I've been very hesitant sharing. But you know what? This is one of my passions as well, and I really want to share with people who do enjoy cleaning, who do enjoy home content, home transformations. We do a lot of that in real life, and I want to take you along. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. Please leave me your favorite part of the room down below and tell me what you think I should add to the room and make it better. Okay, the room is still unfinished, y'all. It's still unfinished, as you can see, but that's how far we gotten. So please leave your recommendations down below, and I will see you in my next episode. And I will see you in my next video.